World champion Benny the Jet Urquidez.
This fight shouldn't start off too fast. Both of them are known for being slow starters, but I'm sure it'll build up as it comes along.
Urquidez has done some damage to Onuki in the past.
They had a match in Japan several months ago, and Benny threw Onuki and dislocated his shoulder.
Again, we see the style of the Japanese fighter as Onuki tries his kicks. But Urquidez is known for being professional both with his feet and with his hands.
Yes, Benny is extremely strong. You'll see him work to the body quite a lot in the early rounds and then go to the head later.
Benny at this moment weighs 142 pounds. He was much heavier than that coming into this fight.
Yeah, I believe he had to drop about 3 pounds about the day of the weigh-in to qualify for the fight.
Both fighters moving warily, checking one another out, finding out their strengths and their weaknesses.
I see Onuki is establishing a habit with both of his hands. He will use it to push Benny away as he throws a kick.
Urquidez, on the other hand, tends to lift up his left leg each time he approaches.
Yeah, that's a very smart move. As he closes the distance, Benny will lift that left leg up so he doesn't get it kicked very hard.
Again, this is round number 1 for the super lightweight championship of the world in full contact karate. Onuki moving with his feet, moving in, kicking.
They both have very similar fighting styles, as you notice. They both use that forward leg to check and jab, like Onuki just did them, jabbing out with that left foot.
Urquidez has never lost. He is a multiple threat, capable of hitting you with almost anything and doing it very, very quickly. He's known to start his fight slow. He's doing that here in the first round.
I've seen Benny on several occasions knock people. There's a beautiful left roundhouse by Onuki.
So a slow first round, the one good roundhouse kick by Onuki. And Benny the Jet is starting out very slow.
Maybe we can take a look at it here on slow motion and see that kick again. There's Benny moving in on him, stalking him. See that left leg come up. Beautiful contact there. Benny acknowledges the kick, smiles, looks at him.
Benny nods and says, "You bet, that was one beautiful kick."
Yeah, that's one of Benny's things is that whenever he gets hit really hard, there's another roundhouse coming that the knee catches Benny on the neck, and Onuki tries to follow up with a combination. Benny swings the left hand and misses. Benny's looking at him and says, "Come on."
Come on to me. Neither one of those kicks really seemed to faze Urquidez at all, as we're complete with round number 1 now. 9 rounds are scheduled. This was for the World Championship.
Well, into round 2, we'll see what happens. I think Benny and Onuki will start off again relatively slow.
They touch gloves and come out for the start of round number 2. Urquidez moves in. Onuki responds. Both of them are kicking. They tie up. Frank Lee breaks them.
Very similar fighting styles. Again, Benny's using that left leg to jab out with, just to check and close the distance there. Good left hand by Benny.
Benny the Jet Urquidez, again, he is known to start his fights slowly. We're in the second round now, though, and he continues to play slowdown against Shinobu Onuki, the number 2 contender in the world.
Shinobu is doing something quite different from some of the other fighters, and that there's a good left hand by Onuki. He's doing left and right kicking way up high on Benny's thigh.
Those kicks high into his chest don't seem to bother him, though, Mike.
No, they're not going to bother him because I think they're too high. That was a spinning back kick by Benny, but I think it caught Onuki on the arm.
Both fighters still being very, very careful of one another. And Urquidez takes him off his feet.
That was more of a trip. Onuki was pulling his leg back as Benny threw a left roundhouse.
Once again, under Nevada rules, with the 3 knockdowns, actual knockdowns, the fight would be over. That wouldn't count as a knockdown.
Yeah, that's not a knockdown there. It's just a trip. Has to be a good roundhouse by Onuki. He follows up with the right hand.
Again, Urquidez just seems to slough it off. Shows a smile to his opponent and continues on.
It's going to take a lot to hurt Benny. He's so used to, he's got a lot of experience, a lot of power.
A strong, young, well-muscled man. The completion of round number 2. Mike, I would say they're even to this point.
Yeah, I think so. There was a nice gesture on Onuki's part at the end of round 2 where he stuck his gloves out and bowed to Benny. Very courteous. Benny's coming in low to the body with that right hand. There's a left uppercut there. I think Benny might be going very heavily to the body. Onuki's arms are up much too high when he comes in. There he goes again. See how those arms stick out there? His rib cage is going to be open for body shots there. There's a spinning back kick by Benny.
A strong, powerful kick to the chest by Urquidez. Welcome back to the World Full Contact Karate Championships. I'm Paul Page with Mike Stone, and we're watching Benny the Jet Urquidez and Shinobu Onuki. This is for the Super Lightweight Championship of the world.
The fight so far has been pretty even. The pace has been nice and smooth. Both men, again, are fighting very similar styles.
Urquidez, throughout the fight, has been able to show his ability not only to box, but to use his feet very effectively against the Japanese Onuki.
Onuki has been using a lot of high kicks. There's a good body shot by Benny. Good combination, left and right.
The fighters, too, have shown the respect of one another that is so common in any of the Oriental martial arts.
Yes, they do. They've all trained very hard naturally, but the courtesy and the respect is part of the training as well.
Onuki is trying some long kicks, keeping Urquidez at distance.
I'm sorry, Paul. I was going to interrupt. There's the body shots I was talking about earlier. I think it's already taken its toll on Onuki.
But Onuki still brings the fight to Urquidez. Urquidez moves into the body once again. 2 kicks into the body.
Now Benny's going to start working high. He knows he's got Onuki hurt to the body. Now he's going to go to the head. There's a left shot to the head. Right hand. A good right hand by Benny.
Urquidez started the fight out slow, but he's begun to pick his pace up now.
Benny's a very slow starter, but about the 4th or 5th, 6th round is when he really starts picking up the pace.
Still in the scoring here at our table, we're showing the fight barely even in the 5th round.
Well, I think this round is going to be Benny's, the way he's leading with those punches. Good front kick. His combinations have been put together very accurately.
Urquidez is the world champion. 49 victories. He's never lost a fight. And 41 of those victories has been with a knockout.
Well, again, the unique thing about Benny's ability is that he's knocked out people with kicks and punches.
And there's the conclusion of 5 rounds of full contact karate. Benny the Jet Urquidez is slightly ahead on points. On Sports World, full contact karate. This is the World Championship, the super lightweight division. Shinobu Onuki, the number 2 contender in the world, is the challenger against the world champion, Benny the Jet Urquidez. I'm Paul Page with Mike Stone. 4 rounds are complete. They're scored evenly to this point. This is the beginning of round number 5.
It's been a very even match up to this point. Both fighters are fighting very similar styles. Benny has been working very good and strong down to the body.
Urquidez, a highly skilled fighter. 49 victories, no losses. He's knocked his opponent out 41 different times. He is the world champion.
There was a good combination there with Benny throwing a right and left hand to the body. That's been his whole strategy to this point, is go down to the body, and I'm sure he'll start to work his way up to the head.
Urquidez on the right side of your screen, wearing full-length trousers. That's typical of a Westerner. They like to wear the full trousers so they don't show injury.
Yes, that's true. Oh, Benny hurt him with the left hook to the body there. Those body shots are starting to take their toll.
Onuki staggered for a moment, but he comes back, brings the fight back to Urquidez. And Urquidez knocks him back, takes him into the ropes. But Onuki tries to come out. Onuki has slowed the pace a bit, though.
Urquidez is scoring very heavily now to the head. He's gone upstairs now. Onuki is trying to hold him off by pushing away those kicks.
Urquidez started this fight out slow. He had to lose some weight to get down to fighting weight, but now he's beginning to bring the fight to Onuki, using both his feet and his hands.
Benny's becoming very effective now to the head with those punches, very accurate on hitting. Onuki's just trying to hold him off. He's pushing away. Those arms are going to expose that rib area.
This is for the Super Lightweight Championship of the World of Full Contact Karate. And that's the conclusion of round number 5. The fight is even to this point. Though Benny Urquidez has been using his left hand very effectively. Let's see if we can't see it in the slow motion replay.
Benny's stalking him right now. I think he knows he's got Onuki in a lot of trouble. There's a right roundhouse that is missed by Onuki. Benny's pressing him now. He's going to get inside. There's that right hand to the body. That left hook there. Very powerful shots. Onuki's hanging on, pulling Benny in so he can eliminate those punches, but Benny's still hitting under there, right and left combinations. Onuki comes up with a knee. There's a strong left hand. That hurt Onuki.
The left hand is working for Urquidez, the world champion, slightly ahead. We'll have more on Sports World. Full Contact Karate on Sports World. We're at round number 7 for the Super Lightweight Championship of the World. I'm Paul Page with karate expert Mike Stone. And Benny the Jet Urquidez is defending his world championship against the Japanese Shinobu Onuki.
I have Urquidez ahead slightly on my unofficial tabulation. And I think you'll see Benny pick up the pace here from now on.
The Jet is definitely on the tack now. He moves in, pushes Onuki into the corner.
Onuki seems to be tiring at this point, and this is when Benny starts to really pick up the pace, when he sees his opponent slacking off.
The Jet is known for knocking out his opponents. He's been very fast with his left hand to this point.
Urquidez is a regular southpaw. He's actually left-handed, fighting out of a conventional style. Oh, there's a wicked body shot by Benny.
And he hit him hard. He took him down. The count against Onuki.
I don't think Onuki's going to get up from that.
And it's over. There's his victory roll. He's known for that
too.
too.
Famous for that victory roll, yeah.
Oh, and it ended so quickly. One solid left hand. We were just saying how powerful a punch that is. He's a natural left-hander, and then it came.
Well, you know, Paul, Benny has been setting him up all during the fight with body shots. And he hit him with some very strong kicks, but that left hand is awful powerful.
He hit him so hard, they're still working on him. There you see Onuki is down.
The winner
and Urquidez is still the world champion.
Benny the Jet Urquidez. Benny Urquidez.
Now let's go back and see if we can take a look in replay of that left hand that took Onuki out so quickly.
Here we're watching Benny setting him up. The series of kicks here. Onuki exchanges with a right roundhouse also. Benny's pressing on him. Onuki jabs out with that right leg. Benny comes in low with a right hand that misses. Onuki throwing that right leg, and that elbow comes up, and there's that left hand sinking right underneath, just below the floating ribs.
Onuki puts his hands up. The Jet comes in with his left, and the fight is over. The 50th victory for Benny the Jet Urquidez. A great afternoon of full contact karate. I'm Paul Page with Mike Stone. So long from Ramada's Tropicana Sports Complex in Las Vegas, Nevada.